All right, so with all of that said, let's go ahead and code the next test. And this time I'm going to show you guys how easy it is. This test is actually going to be really easy because all it is just using an invalid password and valid username, so that's cake. But either way, I'm going to show you how fast and easy it is if you were doing it in real time. So I'm going to close this, come to Solution Explorer. I'm actually going to copy this test over, double click on it. Login with invalid password should not work. Update the file name over here. I hate how they don't do that for you automatically. Login with valid password should not work. Great. All of this is right. And then we need a valid username and then an invalid password. Selenium rocks my socks. All right. So there it is. And then we need to assert that is false, that we have logged in. And that's it. The test is done. About a minute. And if you were just using the IDE, it would probably be the same thing. No, very little difference. So let me save all that and run it for you guys. Awesome. So this would test passed. You guys can see passed. Perfect. We need to make sure that it fails. Let me make sure that it fails. And one thing to keep in mind, guys, is that, sorry, did I F5 that? Yeah, sorry, I think I pushed F5 rather than run test. Run. So one thing to keep in mind is you want your test to be very, very stable. One of the most important things is to have a solid, stable test. One problem that I keep seeing with many individuals is that they create tests that are so flaky that they can't trust their tests. In fact, not only they can't trust them, their own team can't trust them. And if the team or you can't trust that your tests are failing, then what is the point of the test, right? You never have that security blanket letting you know that everything is working successfully. And the other thing to keep in mind is that if you can't trust that your test is failing correctly, right, how can you trust that it's passing correctly, right? Because if failures are flaky, maybe the passes are flaky too, right? Maybe it should be failing, but instead it's passing. And so everything is just very insecure. You just feel uncomfortable, and you need to write very stable tests. So you spend a lot of time running your test under different conditions and making sure that it's passing so that you know when it passes, when it fails, and that it's all very stable. And that's where all of these good practices that I'm teaching you guys are going to come in handy to help you make your tests more stable. But anyway, so our test, login with invalid password should not work. It failed. Excellent. So let's change this back to is false. And what I realized is my other test, I forgot to update that too. So let me go back here, and with invalid username, version 2 is false. Excellent. So now we have 3 tests done in an extremely fast manner. Let's code the other one, which is going to require us to add a little bit of new functionality, because we have to log in, validate that the user was able to log in, and then edit the profile button and validate that the user was taken to the edit profile page, which is awesome because you guys will get to see how the test creation drives the development of the framework.